Hi everybody, Mike with Mitten Junk Removal here, coming to you with another member spotlight. I'm here with Kahilee with Kaleidoscope Play. How are you doing today, Kahilee?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for saying my name right.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So let's start off just kind of learning a little bit about your business here. Like, what inspired you to start your business, and what problem are you looking to kind of solve here in the community?
Yes, so I have 4 girls. I know a million of them. But I have a daughter who's actually on the spectrum, and she's not an athletic child. She's more open, creative play. And I just wanted to make a space where kids like her, or any kid really, can come in and have a space where they can create, have fun, and just find like a community with like kids that are, I hate to say like them, but kind of like them. So that's where Kaleidoscope evolved to, we'll say.
Okay. Okay. So, and I know that you haven't opened your doors yet. Like, what's your vision? Like, like when you think about Kaleidoscope Play in action, like peak, what's that look like?
Oh man, my head explodes. It's evolved over like the last year. So this started really about 8 years ago, where I knew I wanted to create this space for kids, and then in the last year it's evolved more. But at this point, like, I want to be able to have sensory bins, and we have a whole like area where there's like recycled items. I know it sounds a little crazy, but if you give kids a box and tape, they will go crazy.
We're a fan of recycling and junk removal, so I'm all about that.
Can you save me some? So I need toilet paper rolls all the time. So I wanted this space where kids can just come in and create, and like the mess gets left behind. So there'll be stations set up where maybe there's dirt or sand, or where they're creating projects that are set out for the day, things like that. But it's really just a space where kids can come, and maybe it's the housing area, and they find fabrics and they want to like drape it and make tents out of it, and take the rocks and put the little people in front of it and move it around. Like, there's no set structure of play. It's all imaginative. It's going to be messy, but I hope fun.
I love
Might
that.
need to.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll help you up with the clean out for sure. So, there are some places that are out there where you can bring your kids to play and whatnot. But it sound like you sound like very different. Can you kind of highlight some more of those differences, and like who might want to bring their child to see you?
Absolutely. And I think there's a place for everyone, just like every business, right? Everyone has what fits them best. For Kaleidoscope, it's really that place if you have a kiddo that wants to just explore. It's not calculated play. You can take things from one station to another. We're not going to have like the big play structure kind of type deal. This is really for those kids that they just have, my daughter calls it a quirky brain. She's quirky. Love her. Love them all. But it's just a space where kids can just come and explore wherever they feel. Maybe it's the clay and they just want to dig their hands in. Most places don't just have messy stuff everywhere. So this will be a place where they can really just figure out what, they're using all their senses. We're going to touch it. We're going to smell it. We're going to listen to see like what these materials do. And we'll have like cooking classes. So maybe you guys can join me one day. We'll have little cooking classes. So it's really just a space that community is kind of at the forefront for me. I want a space where kids and families can come and they know that they're accepted. It's inclusive, and where we can provide us like a safe space, right? So that is really what I'm trying to do, is build a community of families that have the quirky minds, and even neurotypical, whatever we want to call that. But yeah. Awesome.
I love that. Well, speaking of community, I know that this isn't your first venture in business.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you love about working and doing business in Livingston County?
Yeah, so I'm kind of new to Livingston. I've only been here probably 3 years, but I love it out here. It's such a small town. We were living in Manchester, Michigan, and it's farmland. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But there's just not as many people. So the community is much smaller, which is beautiful. But out here, there's just so much to offer as far as the different families, which I think is great. The school systems out here are great. And I do have another business, totally different business. But I've just met some really incredible people. And it seems like everybody just wants to care for everyone. And I think that makes a big difference.
Awesome. I love that. So I know that you mentioned that you're going to be doing more than just being a play center. So you mentioned that you have some events that you're going to be doing and trips and stuff like that. Can you touch on that and how folks can come to visit you for that type of stuff?
Yes, I love a good party. My children will all tell you this. So we will have birthday parties, like for the little ones, but also for the older ones. I think people forget that 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds still want to have birthday parties. So like we will have birthday parties for all the ages, and we accommodate to those. So they can come in and maybe make slime. Not my favorite, but kids love it. And the older ones can come in and they can do canvas bags. My 16-year-old just had a party like that, and we loved it. We did it in our backyard. So we'll have a roof this time, which is nice. But we'll have field trips, and that can be with schools or daycare centers. We'll have art classes that are more structured, but then we're also going to have open art classes, which is more messy. So it's literally just giving the kids the power to create whatever they want. And that will also be during the day as well, where kids can do garbage boxes. And that is just going to be a box full of recycled things, new and old. And they can go into the art center, and the paint, the glue, the glitter everywhere, the eyeballs, everything will be supplied, and they can just create whatever they want. There's no right or wrong to art, right? So those are some big things I'm excited about.
Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, well, let's wrap it up with this. How can, say, other chamber members or member of the community, how can we support you in your opening and your growth in this business?
Ooh, that's a good one. Caught me off guard with that one. I would say that's a mutual relationship. How can I help you as well? Small businesses need each other. So I think, me posting for you, you posting for me, advertising, especially if you have little ones, advertising like, hey guys, we have, this new place opening. I think that's a big thing. But I think as small businesses kind of have to stick together, and, I'll put your junk removal card on the thing.
Sounds like
when we have a mess to put up. So, I'm excited though.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited.
Well, I know plenty of people with kids that could probably come and use your services. So I'm definitely looking forward to attending your grand opening. So it's very nice to meet you today, Kahilee. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for doing this. This is great.